Hello, and welcome to the pre-alpha development of Echoes of the Forgotten. So, to start off with, a few key features is that I wanted to have a European medieval kind of aesthetic, kind of Bloodborne-y, and very obvious narrative elements here of the water going bad. And this water going bad is attempted to stem from these sewers that are pumping out water, and it's going into the river of the city. And a few key things is that I wanted the player to initially start from coming in from a boat here as like a one of the corpses being shipped back, and the player would have to try and open this gate. They'd get some sight lines of this. They'd go up here and they'd see better, still kind of keeping the church out of view. And then the player, when they go up to the bridge, they see their end goal. They're like, oh, how do I get there? And they follow their eye, and they have the room to go over here. Some early designs had the houses here, and the player would immediately just jump over. So they go through this area, over some houses, climb up here, and the path was kind of made to go up towards here. This has been moved to be over here, and this church was initially the goal, and you'd have to go through the sewers to get to it. But I kind of feel like having the church be a part of the district is a little bit more understandable and makes the pacing just work a little bit better. And later on, I use this idea of going into the sewers in a larger structure. This is post-mortem analysis, by the way, because I didn't do the pre-alpha analysis before. So yeah, we kept a few of the themes of having to actually interact with these sewers and put enemies in here. The religious elements of the player having to go within here. And even early on, I was kind of thinking about the idea of having a part underneath. I kind of wanted to have a field here where the player would have a tomb and a boss fight to fight underneath the ground here. But because of the way the terrain tools works, it's very hard to create compelling looking caves. So I kind of made an area that was hidden back here outside of the level. And in terms of flow, I think starting from here and going through the world is a lot more compelling ending up over here as opposed to going from maybe over here, from over there. So the pacing completely got swapped on its head, and I think it just works a lot better, to be honest, because I think this area, going up through this area like this, is enjoyable, but it's kind of just, if a player goes this way, they're gonna skip all of the content here, and if a player goes this way, they're gonna kind of skip all the content over there. Something I had here was initially having this as a shortcut door, so this would only be openable from the other side. So players would get to this point and then be forced to go into the level over here, which still works, but I just think that the viewpointing isn't exactly as strong as it could be. So that's why I made a whole place over here, which I could create narrative elements with like the broken bridge here, the cannon shooting up, as well as using some space here that was also considered I had a river here, and I was expecting the player to stop off here, see this, and then go to the church over here that they can see. But this area has been now made into a forest area. So yeah, that's a few of the initial design ideas. And to keep up the quick development, these buildings are the same. They're just rotated around with different interiors. This one is unique. It's very dark, sorry. So there's just a few similar assets. Like this bridge has the same designs on both sides. These houses all share a uniform design to kind of build up an establishment of the kind of architectural principles being used in this land. These little wooden rickety houses, kind of showing that this place is more under construction. Bars and stuff, old bridges, just trying to build up the theme that this place is now an old place, kind of being refused by the new inhabitants. Old wooden watermills, and obviously a watermill in blood. It's not great, so just, yeah. This is a theme that I would want to use again in the level, so I have plans of putting another One of these, probably in the industrial district somewhere, not too sure where, but depending if I build up this river, it could be an option. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed the pre-alpha analysis. Thank you very much.